5:30, and I'd like to call to order the City Council regular meeting, and I've asked Leanne Durfee if she will lead us in the pledges.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Our invocation tonight will be led by Pastor Ed Ditforth.
Thank you, Mayor. Would you pray with me? Father in heaven, I thank you for this council and the staff and the many hours that they put in that are not even seen, that make tonight possible. I pray that they would have a unique unity. I pray that they would have powerful creativity when they're making decisions and solving problems, and I pray that you would help them to have timely, wise decision-making ability tonight. They would, the will of the Lord would be done for our community, and that you would continue to bless our city. It's in Christ's name I pray. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor. Citizens' general discussion. Is there anyone who would like to speak tonight? If not, then we'll go to the regular agenda. And Maddie Smith, Nominations Committee, we're going to move that up to the top of the agenda. And Maddie?
Perfect. So the nominations committee met on, what day was that? November 18th to discuss the 2026 boards and commissions for the city of Stephenville. We do have 4 applicants that need to be interviewed due to our bylaws, and so we're going to start the interview process first there so we can get that knocked out. The first person that I would like to bring to the podium is Michael Beach for Tourism and Visitors Advisory Board. Do you mind stating your name and your address?
Michael Beach, 4405 County Road 180, Stephenville, Texas.
Have you served on any boards or commissions for the city of Stephenville before?
No, ma'am.
What makes you want to serve now?
I come from a family of service. I served in Scouts, I served in church, I've served different schools and the university, and now I'd like to serve the community.
Does anybody have any other questions for Mr. Beach at this time? Perfect. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Mike.
The next is going to be Planning and Zoning, and it's going to be Mr. Brian Durant. I'm sorry, Board of Adjustments. No, he's Planning and Zoning. You're right, Planning and Zoning. Do you mind stating your name and your address, sir?
Brian Durant, 1405 Westwood Court, Stephenville, Texas.
Have you served on any boards or commissions for the city of Stephenville before?
Not for the city, no.
And what makes you want to serve now?
I'm serving in capacity since I've been back in town with United Way now. Service is part of my DNA, and just enjoy doing it, being a part, and having a say and representing.
Perfect. Does anybody have any questions for Mr. Durant? Awesome. Next is going to be Board of Adjustments, and it's Mr. Walter Latham. Take the podium, Mr. Latham. Do you mind stating your name and address for us, please?
Yes, this is Walter Latham. I'm at 1630 West Overhill Drive, Stephenville.
Perfect. Have you served on any boards or commissions before?
Not for the city of Stephenville.
Have you served on any before? Or
Many,
other
many
places?
military.
Perfect. And what makes you want to serve now?
Well, I'm ready and available and capable. And I observed an attendance issue, which are going to happen with the boards. There's 4 slots. We might as well fill them.
Sir?
I'm capable and ready.
Does anybody have any questions for Mr. Latham? Thank you, Mr. Latham. The last applicant is going to be Justin Skinner, and he's going to be for Tourism and Visitors Advisory Board. Do you mind stating your name and address for me?
Yes, ma'am. Justin Skinner, 570 North Charlotte Avenue, Stephenville, Texas.
Have you served on any boards or commissions before?
No, ma'am.
And what makes you want to serve now?
So being born and raised here, having a wife and kids, I just want to do anything I can to better the community and set an example for my kids. Show them always want to help out in the community if you can.
Thank you. Does anybody have any questions for Mr. Skinner? Oh, thank you, sir. With that, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the boards and commissions as presented in the agenda.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Perfect. Wait, that's your job. I'm sorry. Taking over today.
That's all right.
It's all right. I told you. We did
Okay, you ready to go on now? You done? Okay. Hey, hey, don't worry about it. Okay, we'll get back to the regular agenda now.
Still need to vote on it, sir. On the motion that's on the floor.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor. Who,
I made the motion.
you have a second?
Oh,
Alan and Lean.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All in favor. I don't think there, anyone against? No? Motion passes.
I just want to thank everybody whose willingness to serve for this community and city of Stephenville. And with that, my nominations report is done.
Thank you. Go to the regular agenda now. Again, consider approval of the police department and fire department laptops, and I would ask Mr. James Wiley to come up.
So what we need to do is replace all of the laptops that the police use in the vehicles, and also the fire department uses in their vehicles. It's a budget request that was approved in the 2026 budget, and the quotes from Dell came in slightly below what we budgeted. All the old laptops are getting worn out, and plus they won't run Windows 11, which in order to stay CJIS compliant, we've got to be able to run Windows 11. So, any questions?
What's the lifespan of these new laptops?
Laptops, 5 years is actually doing pretty good, plus they're kind of in a rough environment in those cars. So if you can get 5 years out of them, you're doing pretty good. The Panasonic Toughbooks that we've got out there now are probably 6 or 7 years old. So we've kind of gone past, and we've been having to replace keyboards and displays and all kinds of stuff, so, yep.
Any other questions for Mr. Wiley?
not a question, just a statement. Thank you for finding it under budget.
Oh, you bet.
Wonderful, thank you.
Yeah, we told Dell we needed a good deal,
Yeah.
so,
Thank you.
all right.
Good.
Thank
Do I-
you.
Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve the purchase of the police department and fire department laptops as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Motion passes. Second, number 2 is consider approval of purchases of the DroneSense software package for Stephenville Police Department. Captain Lanier, good to see you tonight.
All right, so over the summer, the department purchased 2 drones using forfeiture funds. Those drones have been very helpful. This software subscription-based package works in tandem with these drones. It will increase their capability by allowing us to live stream the footage from the drone to emergency operations center, to any kind of headquarters. So in any major event or in a major catastrophe, not only the drone operator would be limited to being able to see it, it also provides a software package for, you'll notice it's under there as a geospatial mapping. So these drones are getting fancier and fancier. One of the capabilities of these drones is to be able to map exterior scenes, where that's most likely to be used is in a crash scene. So traditionally, long time ago when I started, you used to have to map that with a laser and point, like you would have one person working the stick, one person running the laser. It took hours. We then got a 3D scanner, and that took it down to an hour, whereas these drones can do it in minutes, 15, 20, 30 minutes, and try to get the roadway cleared. So it's a reoccurring subscription. This was budgeted for at $7,400, and it came in at $6,600. So be under budget.
Any questions for Captain Lanier?
Do we have various officers that operate these, depending on shifts, et cetera?
Yes, sir. So we currently have 3 drone operators and then a couple more, because they have to go get licensed to do it in the process. So we have multiple drone operators.
Okay.
And are working on getting more.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Thank you for coming in under budget.
Sure. We try.
Do I have a motion?
Mayor, I'd make the motion to approve the purchase of the DroneSense package that is presented for the PD.
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Number 3, consider approval of the award for the ITB 3351 Tatum generator. City Manager, Mr. King.
Mr. Mayor, members of council, you may recall some time ago, we asked you to approve a resolution for a grant for a generator. But it has been a hot minute. We did it after Winter Storm Uri and the issues that went with that. We were awarded the grant. Took them 4 years to decide to award it to us. But it was $83,000 and some change. And so recently, we've been proceeding forward once we were awarded, working through the project, and purchasing was able to finally go out for bids. And you see the total that came in on the bid was $217,469. So what I'm asking you to do is reject all the bids, and we're gonna tell the Texas Department of Emergency Management, thank you, but no thank you, and we'll figure out something different. Part of that is the length of time from when the application was made back in 2021 to when they finally awarded the grant in 2025. So, anyway, I would ask for a motion to reject the bids and terminate the grant.
Do I have a motion?
Mayor, I'd make the motion to reject current bids and solicit updated bids at a later date.
Second.
All in favor of that motion?
Is that not satisfactory, sir?
Let's do that one, but then I'm gonna ask y'all to give us authority to terminate the grant and let the Texas Department of Emergency Management know.
Okay, I can make that as
Can we
part
roll
of-
that?
Yes, sir, we can make it, or supplement that motion, yes, sir.
Let me amend my motion to reject these bids and subsequently authorize staff to do what they need to do with the grant process.
Okay, I have a motion.
Second.
Have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Next, consider the award of the Lillian 1.5 MG ground storage tank project. Looks like you're gonna be up here for a while, Nick.
Yes, sir. So on November 6th, the city received and opened 2 bids for the 1.5 million gallon ground storage tank at the Lillian Pump Station. The low bid was received from DN Tanks of Grand Prairie, Texas. DN Tanks actually installed our 1 million gallon ground storage tank at the airport pump station as a subcontractor as part of that project. They did a great job. We were very impressed with them, and so we were excited to get a bid from them. The bid came in at $3,182,906. The city budgeted $3 million from this year's budget with the debt service amount of $700,000. I'll defer the rest of that to city manager or finance to talk about the funding.
Yes, so as you can see, we had put $3 million in the budget for this project. It did come in at $182,906 over that. That doesn't concern me at this point in time. Your next item's down, we're asking you to approve the resolution to finance on the $3 million. With a project of this scope and size, it crosses budget years. So not worried about the $182,000. Part of that's gonna come back down. Mr. Williams and his team, as the project goes on, will do what's called value engineering and bring some of those numbers down. Plus, with the way Ms. Harris was able to secure the financing and the recommendation we're gonna make to you tonight, those payments come in at under what we were planning on, and throughout the length of those payments, it actually saves roughly the same amount of money.
Yes, sir. It is an 18-month construction contract.
Any other discussion? Do I have a motion?
Mr. Mayor, I make the motion to, this be the approve the ordinance, or the resolution 2025? No?
Consider approval of awarding the.
Number 4, we need
Number
to,
4.
first, we need to
My bad.
award the bid to the vendor.
All right, Mr. Mayor, I make the motion we award the bid for the storage tank as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Number 5, we have to consider the approval of the resolution for financing of the Lillian 1.5 million gallon ground storage tank. Nick, please.
I'm gonna ask for some help from finance. I mean, I could do it, but, your finance director's a rock star.
Get Monica up there.
That's right.
So, included in the packet is a proposal from Government Capital. We also reached out to Hilltop Securities to look at maybe tax anticipation notes at the rate that they had. They have, just like any other bond, have some issuance cost involved in that. And so, when we looked at those together and compared them in total, the going with Government Capital and doing the signing, the first payment at signing and then annually thereafter was the cheapest option and saved us the most issuance cost and interest cost on it. So that's what we're recommending, is that we go with that middle option where the payments would be $658,863.72 for 5 years. And that's a 200 and some odd thousand worth of interest. I can't remember the exact amount, but.
So Nick came in over budget, but you saved him with coming in under the payment.
You could look at it that way. Yeah, for now.
Wait till we're done with the broadhead. Any discussion?
Mayor, I'd make the motion to authorize approval of the financing of the Lillian 1.5 million gallon ground storage tank through Resolution 2025 R-21.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you.
Number 6, consider the award of the 2025 City Park Sewer Improvements Project.
Yes, sir, thank you. On November 18th, the city received a bid from B&L Construction Company to address the failing piping, manholes, and sinkholes in the Rec Hall parking lot that, as you all know, has been closed for close to a year now. We've awarded that parking contract, or pavement parking contract, to Cruise Construction last year, and we're anxious to get them started. This contract itself, what it does is it takes care of that sinkhole that's underneath the parking lot. And what we found was that sinkhole extends almost the entire length of the parking lot, and then around the manholes themselves, there's just almost no earth there underneath it. So this puts the new piping back in. Again, these are original clay tile lines. Earlier this year, council awarded a project to B&L Construction to lay a new sewer line behind the Rec Hall, and we've completed that process. And so this is the very next step in order to complete the paving in front of the Rec Hall. That came in at $126,670. The project was not budgeted because we did not know there was a sinkhole there. We've identified a few projects in the wastewater treatment plant to offset this cost, and so we think we can get it done without interrupting the budget this year.
Any discussion?
Mr. Mayor, I'd make the motion that we approve the 2025 City Park Sewer Improvement Project to B&L Construction as presented.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you, Nick.
Yes, sir.
We'll go down to Planning and Zoning Commission. Steve Killing, Director of Development Services, on application.
Mr. Mayor, as Mr. Killen's getting ready, I did ask Mr. Thomas if he would maybe mention a few words this evening about how we consider zoning cases.
Yes, sir. You have some zoning questions to answer, some zoning matters that you're going to consider. And I think you need to keep in mind a very important criteria. I think it's the most important criteria in deciding these matters about zoning. And that's what is the highest and best, what is the highest and best use for the land that you're dealing with. Basic rule, as I say, probably is number one. I want to remind you of that for all your succeeding decisions you made about these zoning matters. Brought it up today because you got two of them. So keep that in mind.
Thank you, sir. So I'm gonna go on number 7, application number RZ 9272. Applicant Lee Bristow, representing the Summer Moon Equity, is requesting a rezone for property located at 957 Fry, parcel R 32202, being block 1, lot 2B of the Kite Second addition to the city of Stephenville, Erath County, Texas, from single-family residential R1 to multifamily R3. Steve?
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Mr. Bristow is requesting R3 zoning for the property. He is indicating on his application that he's looking to build townhome-style, energy-efficient housing. I did speak with Mr. Bristow about the R2.5 zoning district, based on his indication that it was to be possibly a townhome-style development. But after speaking with Mr. Bristow and his intended project, it appears that R3 would be the best zoning use. At the P&Z meeting, Mr. Bristow testified that he is going to build a 6-unit building with each unit having 3 bedrooms. The parking will be in the front side of this lot. As you can see on the screen, it's a flag-shaped lot, 75 foot of frontage, about 224 foot deep. When we consider the density for that, R3 zoning would cap out at 8 units, and again, he's proposing 6. With R2.5, even with the lower density for townhomes, if he were to choose that, it would cap out at roughly 5.4, so he would be just a little bit over the density. But again, he is asking for R3 based on his intended project. The future land use for this is complete neighborhood, and the intended project would be appropriate for this type of designation. Complete neighborhood requires or calls for medium density and mixed-use housing within the district. And so this would certainly align with the comprehensive plan. The GIS mapping for this, again, shows that it's a 75 by 224 foot dimension lot. Fry appears to be roughly 44 foot based on those GIS mapping images. So there may be additional dedication of right-of-way along Fry when we get into the development process for this property. The Planning and Zoning Commission convened on November 19th, 2025, and by a vote of 7-0 recommended the City Council deny the rezone request. And with that, Mr. Mayor, I'd be glad to answer any questions.
Discussion for Steve. Any questions?
Mr. Killen, are there adequate utilities there in the Fry Street right-of-way to serve that density of the development?
Yes, sir. Believe in the maps provided, we're showing that there is a 6-inch sewer line on Fry and a 4-inch water main as well. And then on the adjacent streets, there's a 6-inch water and sewer line to the west and a 6-inch sewer line to the east. So I believe we have adequate utilities for this project.
Was there any question or concern from public safety about access for emergency equipment, et cetera?
No, sir. We believe, though, as we get in the development process, we'll certainly make sure that this has adequate fire access. And with it being an R3 project, that will require sprinkling. And so those requirements can be a little lighter from the fire marshal if deemed appropriate due to the full sprinkling of the project.
Okay, so it will have a full sprinkler system then?
As a multifamily project, yes, sir.
Okay, so that alleviates a lot of those concerns. Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
How many other like projects do we have in the area?
So looking at the map on the, is the left-hand side of your screen, the flag-shaped property outlined in blue is the property in question. If you look just north of that and west, you can see those purple shaded areas. Those are R2.5 projects. The blue shaded area is an R2, which is a duplex-style project. The R2.5, of course, is townhomes. Working north of that, everything in pink is R3. And then also, if you work south of that property, where the Stephenville logo is, you'll see that that area is also zoned R3 with the corner lot being R2.5. So in this immediate vicinity, R1, single family is very prevalent, but we've seen some other projects come in with rezone requests, with the most recent being a couple of blocks west of the Fry Mansion where we had, Chandler Mansion, where we had a couple of, about 2 acres rezoned to R3.
And you did say this does meet the comprehensive plan.
Correct, yes, sir, complete neighborhood.
Do we have a wider map view?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Jeff. So it's 957 Fry, flag-shaped lot. His cursor is on that now. Everything in pink is R3. Everything in yellow is R1, single-family residential. And then the R2.5 would be the purple hashed properties indicated on there. Solid purple is industrial, and then the green at the bottom right-hand corner is planned development, which is the Purple Rail development that just recently, I guess a year ago at this point, came online.
Steve, I'm sorry.
Go you ahead.
So, Steve, looking at the R1, but as I go up and down the street, I don't know if you'd have research on this or not. It looks like there's a lot of rental houses on that street.
Yes, sir. I haven't actually checked each property to see what the rental occupancy rate would be there, but generally speaking, we know that we're at about a 65% rental rate here in town.
Was there any opposition to P and Z?
7-0.
I mean, like from the
Oh, I'm sorry.
citizens?
No one spoke in favor or against the project.
Okay, thank you.
Was there a consensus? I mean, obviously, P and Z, with a 7-0 vote against this, but there had to be some reasons given.
One of the commissioners indicated that he'd driven the area and it was primarily single-family homes, so he felt this would be out of place. The other comment that I picked up on was that with the parking being in front of this building, there was concern that there might be some parking bleed over onto the street and not be on-site parking. And so that was one of the concerns about Fry being a pretty congested street already, and then if anyone started parking on the street, that would be problematic. So those were the general comments from P&Z.
Is there parking allowed on Front Street right there? I thought it wasn't allowed right there.
We have different zones in different areas of Fry. Those things don't concern me because we can always enact parking restrictions for street parking, whatever we need to make traffic flow better. And that probably is a conversation that's coming on Fry, kind of like we did Long Street.
Right.
And it's really, freed that one up quite a bit.
Yes, it has.
Any other questions for Steve?
Can you point out the location, if you would, Steve, up there on the map, where I think at last month's meeting, approved an R3 zone?
Yes, sir. 1083 Fry.
Okay, could you point that out?
Right. Thank you, Jeff. The property directly
Right
north of
behind it.
1083, that is approximately 2 acres that was rezoned to
So that's
R3.
down a block and a half from this,
Yes.
right? Well, next block, yeah, it's about a block and a half,
Close proximity, yes, sir.
yeah. Okay,
So I'm sorry.
go ahead.
In the square, with the two purple and the blue is the one, that's not the property. When he zoomed out, then I got lost.
957 Fry.
It's right there.
Right there, okay.
That's the property in question. This is the property that was rezoned last month.
Right.
To R3.
And I think to the point of the map, if this was a few hundred feet north,
It'd be,
we wouldn't even be having this conversation.
I agree.
And virtually all of that property, literally one block north is all R3 according to that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you for providing that expanded map, Mr. Killen.
Yes, sir.
Any other questions for Steve? Not yet.
Mr. Mayor, the applicant, Mr. Bristow, is here tonight, should you have any questions for him.
Okay, thank you. So we're gonna open a public hearing on application number RZ 9272. I'm gonna open the public hearing at 6 o'clock. If there's anyone that would like to speak for or against the rezone, you come forward. Please state your name, your address. You have 3 minutes.
Zach Maxwell, 1027 Fry. I live just a couple doors down from this. Respectfully, I definitely understand why, yeah, I mean, we obviously need more housing and everything, but considering it is so densely populated with single family, personally, I would be opposed to this build. I've got young kids. It's already a pretty busy street. We do have the school that's just down the road that you can see from there. We're losing a lot of our single family, densely populated areas, and I just fear that over time it'll just end up becoming all multifamily. So that's my 2 cents.
Thank you, sir. Is there anyone else who would like to speak for or against?
Hello, Lee Bristow. To address the parking issues that Mr. Cook has, which I think is why Planning and Zoning Committee did deny us. We do have 20 parking spaces right now that is on that site plan that y'all have been handed, which is essentially 166% of what is the minimum requirement. So we have a parking spot for every bedroom, because we are rented by the unit, not the bedroom, and then also 2 other extras. So we're trying to mitigate all that we can to not have any parking on Fry Street. The other thing I had, just to reiterate that we are local. We are, from our general contractors to our subs that we use to the building materials that we buy, it all comes from Stephenville. All of our investors are Stephenville people with 60 years of being here. People that love this town, that want to see this town grow, and want nothing but the best for this town. And if that means knocking down a couple old houses and revitalizing an area, then that's what we want to do. So we just want to see what's best. And again, to Mr. Thomas's point, we believe that this is the best use for this property. So.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, may I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
I appreciate the fact that, you know, it's locally owned or constructed. Do y'all intend to continue ownership and management of this property after it's constructed and occupied?
Yes, sir. Yeah, so we build these and then we manage these after. And we have with zero intent to, we don't build to sell. We build to manage for long-term rentals for student housing.
Well, in accountability, you understand what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
And if you build something and you have good intentions, but the next owner may not have the high standards that you do, is that a nice way to say that?
Yeah, I'm following.
But that's significant when you ask for something like this, because who's gonna run it 5 years from now when there's maintenance that needs to be done and other things that need to be tended to? That's an important part of the process, I believe.
Yes, sir. Yeah, no, we're here to stay, so.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else?
What's currently on the property now? What?
Currently, it's a 100-year-old home, actually turned 100 this year. And then 3 other dilapidated buildings that we would, we're trying to remove the home, try to keep it intact if we can. But we're gonna, demolish if not, so.
Is it currently occupied or?
Yes, sir, currently rented. I do actually want to speak on the fact that in that block, there are 10 of the 16 properties that are on that block are rental houses, so. Yes, sir.
Any other questions? Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to speak for or against this rezone?
Hadn't planned on this, but being back in town.
Would you say your-
Brian Durant here in Stephenville.
Thank you.
I actually had the opportunity with the same company to be placed in a rental home when we were relocating from Weatherford before we've recently purchased. And I would tell you in concerns of how they maintain their properties, it's a very high standard, from lawn care to exterior appearances. And this was on a very nice road, and so they did a great job of keeping the appearance of both, I would say, upscale rental property, and it fit in very well to, although it was an existing house, the care that they put in enhanced the home that was previously there. So just speaking to how they take care and manage their properties, I'd say that is at a very high standard in comparison to what's in the community, on the upper end of that.
Any questions? Okay, thank you. Would anyone else like to speak for or against this rezone? If not, then I will close this public hearing at 6:06. And we will consider approval for ordinance rezoning property located at 957 Fry, parcel R32202, being Block 1, Lot 2B of Kite, Second Edition, City of Stephenville, Erath County, Texas, from single-family residential R1 to multi-family R3. Do I have a motion?
Mr. Mayor, I make the motion we approve ordinance 2025-0-36.
Second.
I have a motion for, and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Going down to application number A9119. Applicant Earl Ingram, representing South Texas Cement LLC, is requesting the assignment of industrial zoning I for the recently annexed property known as 365 CR 177, parcel R78588, being approximately 5.01 acres of the A0804 Williams MR survey of the City of Stephenville, Erath County, Texas. With the assignment of zoning, the commission is requested to recommend extension of the ETJ and subsequent revision of the of Stephenville 2050 comprehensive plan. Steve, thank you for coming up.
Thank you, Mayor, Council. This parcel was voluntarily annexed on August 5th, 2025 by the City Council, as authorized by Chapter 43, Section 430671 of the Local Government Code. We had provided all the legal notices at that time. Our city ordinance, Section 15404C, requires that any property annexed into the city be assigned zoning within 6 months of annexation. Again, this was annexed on August 5th, so we're just following up with the annexation process. The Planning and Zoning Commission convened on November 19th, and by unanimous vote of 7-0, recommended the City Council assign industrial zoning. This is for Texas Cement out on the west side or east side of town. Thank you, Mayor.
Any questions for Steve? Thank you, Steve.
Thank you.
Well, then we'll go into public hearing, application number 9119. Open public hearing at 6:08. Would anyone like to speak for or against? If not, I'll close the public hearing at this time at 6:09 in just a few seconds. And we'll go down to application number 9119. Consider approval of ordinance assigning industrial zoning I for recently annexed property known as 365 CR 177, parcel R78588, being approximately at 5.81 acres of the A0804 Williams MR survey of the City of Stephenville, Erath County. Do I have a motion?
Mayor, I'd move that we approve ordinance number 2025-0-37, assigning zoning, industrial zoning to 365 County Road 177.
Second.
I have a motion, and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. We will, I've already closed it, okay, so. All right, we're going to go down to committee assignments, and we're going to pull those on 13, 14, and 15, and we'll address those in January. So 13, 14, and 15, we're going to pull. So we're going to go down to Development Service Committee, and Councilman Gerald Cook, Chair.
Thank you, Mayor. At the committee meeting, that we had on the 18th, the committee had voted to make a recommendation to the full council that that the council, as well as the following names, if they agreed to serve, would be named to the Community Steering Committee for Land Use Planning Regulations for the community. The following have said yes: Clay Bertram, Lee Bristol, Betty Chu, Mark McClinton, Drew Robertson, Nick Robinson, David Tomlinson, Mark Wallace, Eric Cedarstrom, and Carrie Hale are the ones who said yes. There were a few that declined, and it was the committee's approved a recommendation that they, along with the members of this council, serve as the steering committee for the land use regulations, land use planning for the, that goes with the comprehensive plan. And so with that, we would recommend those names plus the full city council as the recommendation, and that comes to the council with a positive recommendation.
That's a motion.
It is a motion.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for consideration of recommendation for the Community Steering Committee. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Parks and Leisure Services Committee, Councilman David Basket, would you take that for me tonight, please?
Absolutely, I sure will.
Thank you.
The Parks and Leisure Service Committee met on November 18th, 2025 to consider staff's recommendation regarding the purchase and installation of a new scoreboard for NYC 3 baseball field. After review and discussion, the committee voted unanimously to recommend approval. Mr. Trussell, would you mind coming up here and just giving us a recap of that, please, sir?
So I did some homework for Mr. Nix, in case he asks any tough questions tonight. We actually met on site today regarding the scoreboard with our lighting contractor, because they're going ahead and doing all their work for their putting their conduits in, and we figured while they're doing their conduits, maybe they'd do us a favor and put some conduits in for us. And so we worked out the details with them and a local contractor to help us tie all that together at the end. So they're gonna put all the conduits in for us and get that wrapped up. And then we're still working on the I-beams to get it mounted, but we should have all that stuff ready to go. So nothing else has changed on the project. Still cost of $40,324 installed. That does include advertising panel on the bottom and a truss system across the top. And I mean, that's pretty much it. It's pretty much straightforward. It's a big scoreboard. It'll be the biggest scoreboard by far we have in the park, and hopefully something we can carry over to some of the other fields.
And this was originally approved as a result of bond proceeds.
Yeah, it's
correct?
bond proceeds from, we borrowed money against the sports venue tax in 2023? 2022. So the money is there.
Any questions for Darren?
Mr. Mayor, I'd make the motion to approve the, I apologize, I lost my spot here. To approve the scoreboard for NYC 3 as presented.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you. I have one more. Yes, sir.
Yep, you got it.
Yes, sir. I was.
Oh, I apologize. We also have the library funds. My bad. Sorry, not my committee anymore. Forget about it. During the Parks and Leisure Committee, we also discussed the library funds, waiving library funds for canned food donations. Darren, if you would speak a little bit on that as well.
So this is something they've done historically. Every year, they try to waive library fines around this time of year when the community is in need of canned food items for the holidays and stuff like that. And so I think it's a good program. I think two canned food items equals a $5 removal from your library fines, and hopefully gets people re-engaged with the library so they don't owe us money anymore, and then come back in and check out books. And that would run through the remainder of December.
When can they start?
We would probably start, we'll push out marketing material tomorrow. So
And then
if this is
they'll do-
approved tonight, they'll push out marketing tomorrow.
And we'll start sending to St. Luke's immediately as well?
I think they probably do it every week or every other week or something like that. They'll take donations to St. Luke's.
Mr. Mayor, I'd make the motion that we approve the waiving of library fees for canned food donations through the end of December as presented.
Got a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you, David.
That concludes the Parks and Leisure Committee.
We'll go down to financial reports, and Monica Harris, Director of Finance. Monthly budget report for the period ending October 31st, 2025. Thank you, Monica.
Well, the first month of the fiscal year, we started off pretty slow. Things were a little bit less than what we anticipated. For our property tax, we received $340,000, which is about $96,000 less than the funds collected last October. We've collected 4% of our budget, and that's about $94,000 less than what we would have anticipated. For sales tax, we received $787,000 in October. That's $47,000 or 5.6% less than last fiscal year. We're at 8% of our budget, and that's $107,000 less than what we had anticipated. Of the $3 million in revenue received to date, 47% was in our general fund, and 39% was in our water and wastewater fund. We received 6% in our landfill fund, 4% in our stormwater drainage, 2% in our TIF fund, and then 1% in the capital projects fund and in the airport fund. We've received 6% of our total budgeted revenue. That's $39,000 less than anticipated, and that's due to taxes and charges for services. We received $33,000 less than last October, and that's due to taxes and licenses and permits. Of the $2.6 million spent to date, 67% was expended in our general fund, and 23% was expended in our water wastewater fund. 4% was expended in our landfill fund, and 4% in our capital projects fund. 1% was expended in our hot fund, and 1% was expended in our airport fund. We've expended 4% of our total budgeted expenditures. That's $2 million less than anticipated, and that's due to personnel, contractual, and capital outlay. We've spent $2.3 million more on expenditures than last October, and that's due to the timing of prior year capital outlay reversals due to our audit in the last year. CETA has received 8% of their budgeted revenue through October, and that's $5,000 less than last fiscal year to date, and that's due to taxes and interest income, and it's $8,000 less than anticipated, and that's due to taxes. CETA has spent an overall 10% of budgeted expenditures through October, which is $5,000 less than last fiscal year, and that's due to grants, due to grant disbursements, and it's $12,000 more than anticipated, and that's due to capital outlay. Any questions?
Any questions for Monica?
Mr. Mayor, I do.
Yes, sir.
So if you were listening to the numbers, she kind of gave you a not so good number on your sales tax collections in August. They were a little bit down. And since this is the last time we get together until January, can you give them a little news about?
Okay, so in our
what-
November collections, which would be our September sales period, we reached over $1 million for the first time ever.
Wow. Wonderful.
So August was not a trend.
No. Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness.
Yes.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Monica. Going down to consent agenda, do I have a motion for consent agenda?
I'll make a motion that we approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
All in favor? Thank you. Comments from city manager?
Mr. Mayor, members of council, as I mentioned, this is our last planned meeting for this year, and we won't be back together until January. With that, the city offices will be closed on December 24th and 25th in observance of Christmas, and on January 1st in observance of New Year's. Wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and hope to see some of you in Lubbock on Friday.
Comments by council members? Leanne?
I'm just gonna apologize, mine's a little long, so sorry if I'm stealing anybody else's. But I just wanna give a special shout out and a huge thank you to the Administrative Services Department, Daryl Brown and Ashley with Main Street and Ally with Tourism, Sean and the airport volunteers, the Parks and Rec, the city employees, the police department, the fire department, the council members that attended, and of course, our Jason King, for an amazing Christmasville event on Saturday. It was, and the downtown merchants, I'm sorry. It was a great event with fireworks, the whole day was perfect, the weather, everything. So thank you for everybody that was involved in that and for everybody's hard work. I would like to wish a very good luck to Wesley Thorpe. He's one of our rodeo athletes that is, he's actually traveling to Las Vegas right now as his 10th NFR starts on Thursday night and runs 10 days. So good luck to Wesley. And then for the SHS for their playoff game Friday night in Lubbock, good luck. And for the Tarleton playoff game here at noon on Saturday. And have a lot of people around town, so it's a big weekend. So good luck and wish everybody a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Thank you, Leanne. Mr. Cook?
Gee whiz, Lynn.
Sorry.
Ditto her report. Now, you know, stop and think about it. In the last month here, Stephenville has hosted 3 playoff games of schools from other places, all their fans coming in here, eating out, doing a little shopping, you know, and so forth. It's really, really neat, and everything to have that. Now we get the opportunity to host the second round for Tarleton as they try to move toward the championship of the FCS, the Football Championship Series. So that's going to be really good, playing University of North Dakota. And not going to be an easy game, probably, at all. But that is such a neat thing to be able to see them on television and all that kind of stuff, but to see them in person is something else. Those are positive things. And the Jackets have just done such a great job this year and all, and we wish them the best as they make that trek along with many thousands, hopefully, people from Stephenville to Lubbock to wish the Jackets well. But there are other schools around us that are doing pretty doggone well too in the playoffs, and so we wish them the best and all. To all, with regard to the downtown thing, we were down here, and my goodness, that was really nice to see what the square looks like with tents up around the courthouse and everything, people walking around everywhere enjoying things, and it was just, and the parade was just super. So anyway, thank Main Street for that, and everybody that participated in it was pretty super. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. Mr. Parr?
They said it perfectly. I mean, that's exactly what I had on my list, so.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Maddie?
Nothing about it.
First, I want to thank everybody for their willingness to serve on our boards and commissions. Like I said earlier, it's a major part of the city's functions, and we listen to what you say, and we need you guys to give us your input. Because us eight here do it, but we also need your help as well. I would also like to thank the men and women of our law enforcement and fire department for giving up their time with their family on Thanksgiving and doing the same on Christmas and New Year's. We don't think about it, we're at home with our family, but they're giving up their time with theirs to serve us, so I want to thank them for that. And also, the city of Stephenville and Waste Connections are partnering together to Don't Trash the Bill for our students at Tarleton State who are leaving in December. You can get online and scan a QR code and connect with Waste Connections to set up a free pickup for all your move-out things such as dressers, tables, desks, chairs, recliners, things like that. You can find that on social media and our city's website. And I'd like to say, go Yellow Jackets.
Mr. Baskin?
Yeah, I want to take this opportunity, since this is our last time for us all to be together for the year, to just, you know, say how much I appreciate our directors and our staff and all of our city employees. Y'all do a great job. Y'all make our job a lot easier. You know, I just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and like I said, thank you for all y'all do. Don't forget about Light Up the Night. Have a United Way member staring me down, and then my wife is texting me, telling me to remind y'all about Light Up the Night as well. So it's a great event that we have annually. It's awesome. Darren does a great job, and the rest of the Parks crew, of allowing United Way to go down there and put on this event. It's awesome to see every year. And just remember, we are the City of Champions. We do have two phenomenal football teams playing right now. I'll be going to Lubbock Friday, so will most of the town. So it's a good thing Strawn's playing here Saturday to bring their town here. You know, continued luck for both of our local teams. And of course, you know, I've got to talk about the Stephenville Yellow Jacket cheer too. They're amazing. My daughter would get mad at me if I didn't do that. So thank you all. Merry Christmas. That's it.
Thank you.
I just want to say good luck to the Yellow Jackets and the Texans, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone.
Maybe just remember that behind every great man is an even greater woman.
She's smaller, but she's bigger.
Likewise, I want to thank all of our city employees for the service that they give us year-round, especially this time of year with the bad weather and some other things that they have to fight, in addition to our aging streets, infrastructure, et cetera. I appreciate their service to all of us, and they do serve us 24/7, and we all need to be more appreciative of that and recognize that. I appreciate them, and I appreciate their willingness to support us in the things that they do, and not only us, but they support the entire community, because without them, we'd all be in trouble in many ways. But Merry Christmas to everyone, and everyone have a safe and happy holiday, and look forward to getting back in the grind next year and continuing with the many projects that we have begun.
Thank you,
Mayor?
Councilman.
I forgot one thing.
Yes, sir.
And I would be in trouble if I didn't mention it. The Tanglewood Santas will be open on the 14th from 5:30 to 7:30, and in the Tanglewood area. Free popcorn and candy canes and Christmas spirit and pictures and all that for anyone who comes by. So just wanted to alert everyone to that.
Thank you. And I do want to remind everybody that Stephenville basketball teams have started, the boys and the girls, and the boys basketball team varsity team is undefeated. They're 4-0 going into tonight. So I'm going to convene us into executive session in compliance with the provisions of the Texas Open Meeting Law, Subchapter D, Government Code, Vernon's Texas Codes, annotated in accordance with Section 551-074, personal matters, to deliberate the appointment, employment, and evaluation, and reassignment duties and discipline or dismissal of public officers or employees to the city manager, city secretary, and city attorney. We will recess at this time at 6:30 and convene in executive session. I'm gonna call us back into, regular, city council meeting time. It is 7:07.
Mr. Mayor, I move that we approve the salary adjustments as discussed in executive session for the city attorney, city secretary, and city manager with an effective date of November 29th, 2025.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
It is 7:07, and with no further action, we will adjourn at this time.